why don't you message us at Ben and Kelly Show? DM us, and we'll toss it out to our listeners.
Yep, that's what Morgan did. Hey, Ben, Kelly, I got a small issue I need help with. You see, my boyfriend hates tattoos. I love them. He thinks they ruin your body and are extremely unprofessional. We've been dating since high school. We're 21 now. This past weekend, I got a small tattoo with my best friend. It was my first one. It's a small tattoo on my thigh. I showed my boyfriend the tattoo when we got back, and he got really upset. He said he can't trust me, and he's calling me a liar.
Oh.
Now, I don't think I'm an untrustworthy person or a liar. I just wanted a tattoo. He said it just shows I have no respect for our relationship.
Oh.
He said he won't grow a beard because I don't like them, so I shouldn't get a tattoo because he doesn't like them. Is he overreacting?
Wow. Well, a beard is something you can shave and you can grow. It's not permanent. Tattoo is obviously, permanent. Yeah, without, yeah.
Now, she said on her thigh, but I'm wondering, like, how high up? Is it something that is going to show if she's wearing shorts?
I've always heard that, from tattoo enthusiasts, that if you have a professional career and you want to not and I think the stigma of tattoos has kind of loosened over the past several years and decade or whatever. But
I'm sure in certain professions you do need to try to cover it up if you got them.
Well, I know a judge who has tattoos all over his body, but he doesn't have them on his below his wrist, and he doesn't have them above his neck.
So they're covered by the robe.
Yep. So
that's what I'm wondering. Is it in a place where it can be seen and that's what he's upset about? Or if it's kind of like a little private viewing kind of area?
That's what it kind of sounds like. It kind of sounds like she got a little small tattoo on her thigh.
But how far down on the thigh though?
But where's your thigh stop and start?
It's like knee to your hip, isn't it?
Knee.
That's considered your thigh.
Yeah, I guess. Right.
So maybe that's what he's.
But when I think typically females, they're going to get tattoos. If they get tattoos on their thigh, it's going to be more up on their hip, right?
That's what I'm thinking, but she didn't specify.
She didn't specify hip. She said thigh.
And we don't know what the tattoo is.
Yeah, I mean, Shelby texted in and said, I feel like there's a lot of red flags in what she has stated. Yeah. Okay,
meaning like her boyfriend being upset about it, super upset about it, or that she thinks Morgan is displaying a lack of, I guess,
respect for the relationship.
Yeah,
I mean, if she knew that he didn't like tattoos, I think maybe a heads up, hey, I kind of want to do this, would have been.
But yeah,
good.
Can we compromise to where you'd feel comfortable with me getting it?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously she probably knew the answer.
Yeah.
What he was going to say.
She didn't mention it.
Right.
But she told him afterwards.
I was going to say, but at the same time, she's forthkoming with it. She's not trying to hide it from him.
Right. She didn't just be wait for him to see it and mention it and then defend it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a text from a listener. Boyfriend or not, it's her body. Big old red flag on the boyfriend.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're not married, so whatever. But, I think the whole beard thing is a little weak because it's not quite the same.
That's what Derek says. Beards can scratch and itch a woman's face. A tattoo can't. Dude needs to lighten up.
Yeah, I mean, I get, though, where he's coming from, being a guy and saying, hey, look, I am not growing a beard, even though maybe I want to, because I know that you don't like them.
You prefer it, yeah.
Yeah. So, is he overreacting? Well, it sounds like so far people are kind of siding with you, Morgan, that, he is kind of overreacting. Now, where we go from here, that's another thing, because we can't necessarily just say, okay, well, we'll just put a Band-Aid over the tattoo. And it'll be fine.
Yeah. Shelby is saying the boyfriend is what I'm talking about. I feel like it could turn into something controlling. I'd be mindful of the relationship. This may be indicating he might want to control other aspects of her life, too.
Okay. All right. Well, if you've got a comment, feel free. 502-795-1997. We've got a couple minutes before we jump into our next segment. But if you want to chime in, or maybe you've been in this situation where you got a secret tattoo, and the person that you were dating or seeing at the time was like
vehemently against it.
Yeah, what did you do? And like, so I'm sure there's been those situations. Let us know what happened in that situation, because I feel like that could probably help her out in this situation. Morgan here on 99.7 DJX. So we got a message from Morgan, and we kind of dove into her situation where her boyfriend thinks she has no respect for their relationship because he hates tattoos. She got a small tattoo on her thigh without him knowing, but then was honest and showed it to him. And now he's all like, hey, this is no good. Chris texts us and says, this dude's an idiot. Tattoos are sexy.
Okay. All right.
Elena says, hey, there's a lot of red flags between the both of them. People should be able to do what they want with their own bodies. Anything besides that it's just childish. Annie says a relationship doesn't cancel out body autonomy. If she wants a tattoo, it's her body. But that doesn't mean he has to like it. So, yeah, I mean, sure.
That's true.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's her body. She could do what she wants. She went out and she got a tattoo, but
she knew how he felt about it,
right.
So she's just going to have to deal with that.
Exactly. Danny rolls in and says, hey, for what it's worth, I've got blue hair and tattoos scattered from ankle to forearm, and I have no issue with in my corporate middle management job.
Well, that's good.
All right. There you
go.
Well,
then you just need to find a boyfriend or a partner that really appreciates that look.
And then she goes on and says, I wish an MFer would tell me what it was allowed to do with my body.
Okay. Little combative. And then, some people are sending some pictures of tattoos, too. And she says, this hits home. Brad said, this hits home. My wife hates tattoos. I already had two when we met, but she said I wasn't allowed to get any more. Well, in July of 2021, I lost my mom in a tragic accident.
Aww.
So I took the last birthday card she gave me in May to get her signature on my biceps.
Aww.
My wife almost divorced me, but she eventually got over it.
All right. So there you go.
That's a really sentimental reason to get one.
Yeah. So maybe, Morgan, you just got to give it time. You know, maybe it's a thing where he's steamed now and he'll get over it. But you know what? If he doesn't, then you know that about yourself. You know that about your relationship. And then, maybe this relationship wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, Ray is thinking this is kind of the beginning of the end. They're young, multiple red flags between them both, so he doesn't have much hope for them being able to figure out how to compromise through life.
All right.
That's what it's all about when you're navigating life with a person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Compromise. All right. Well, Morgan, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a pathway with which you can either, address it with your boyfriend or
maybe this is eye-opening.
Yeah, maybe it's eye-opening for sure. So there you go. Thanks for reaching out to us here on 99.7 DJX.